So it's more sort of free, so it's up to the student and also the student's responsibility. And it's more like the outside how media works and how you have to manage your deadlines and also your own projects. But also, it's also good because you can work on your own pace, so you don't have to rely on your other students, whether they're behind or whether they're ahead. So you can work however you feel comfortable. But then at the same time, it's a lot of responsibility. But I think you get a lot more from it than the average course or the normal media courses because you can sort of do your own research and develop your own style, and you don't have to follow any criteria any specific criterias or rubrics that you feel like you need to fulfill in order to get a good grade, but rather you sort of just focus on what you want to do and what you want to explore more and do more research on. But it's overall very satisfying to end and to complete. Well, we had sort of routine meetings where once in a while we would all meet up as the students, and then we would meet up with Miss Chan, and then she would talk about how our progress is doing, and then remind us of the deadlines, and also keep us on track to make sure that we're not going to be too far behind or we won't have too much to do in the end. And it's been pretty effective because we had our own schedule, but then we also had to be mindful of like what's the recommended schedule or how we can change our schedule to become even more effective. So then how the teacher helped was not necessarily being there every second or every step of the way, but being there once in a while to make sure that it's on track and it's not going to be delayed or postponed.
So I think during the sports contract has really helped me think about what I do outside of school, because usually like for training and stuff I don't really record what I do or what I think about every day's work or the training that happens, but during the sports contract has really like helped me like kind of record down what I do and what I've learned from the activities that I've done during training that I usually don't really think about. And also I guess instead of doing PE, it kind of helps me develop what I concentrate more, like the sport that I concentrate on more, instead of having PE where it's all kind of different sports and just trying out like different skills of the sport.
The advanced individual sports contract gave me a chance to take sports outside of school and kind of reflect on that and learn from that. And it just gave me the opportunity to just enjoy sports outside of school, but also get credit for it in school. So I think the best thing for me were the reflections, and it just helped me to just see my progress as an athlete and my growth throughout the year. I think getting a reduced schedule really helped me a lot because playing sports is quite demanding, especially at a professional level. So I think that it really helped me just to balance my schedule and get everything done.
So every time I go out for a tournament, the teachers usually let me submit my assignments online, or they give me a set amount of time for me to finish all the assignments that I missed. So I think that's really helpful, like how supportive they are of letting me like do my assignments back that I actually missed for the tournament. But actually, like, people always think that, oh yes, you're so lucky you skipped like a test or like an assignment that we did in class, but actually like every time I come back I have to like redo all the assignments and the tests that I missed. So people usually think, oh, it's so easy for you, you can just like kind of skip everything, but it's actually not true. So personally, I did the coaching in school for the math project for tennis and badminton, and I think it really kind of correlates with what I do. So I think it's really interesting of how like the math project, instead of like giving us like a set amount of things to do or like a project that we have to do, they give us the choice to kind of choose like, oh, what like is in our interest and kind of relates to us more than just doing like, oh, something that you might think is really boring or like something